bring him in now. One of the stars of Tyler Perry's hit series, The Haves and the Have-Nots. I mean, this man is doing big things. I mean, we've seen a lot of them, and he's doing some crazy things as well. Let's bring him in. Warlock, one of the stars, actor, Jon Chaffin. Jon, how are you, man?
I'm doing great, Paul. How are you, man? How you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for joining us.
I appreciate you having me.
Now, Jon, man, I mean, Tuesday night show, it was crazy. I mean, it's getting crazier and crazier as we speak. But Tuesday night was crazy. I mean, war seems to be closing in on Benny. Tell us about that.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's been funny, seeing the fan reaction and all the replies. But yeah, Warlock, man, he got to get his money, and if Benny got to go, Benny got to go. So Candace got to come up with that $2 million like real quick.
Seriously, and here's the thing. I mean, one thing I noticed about you, man, is that you got that ice grill down pretty good, like Ice Cube. Ice Cube has that like ice grill that you guys have, man, and you're able to pull it off. Talk about that ice grill, man. How do you do it? How do you get to that place?
It's just, when you're in the moment and you're filming and you're surrounded by all the circumstances of what's happening in that moment, you just kind of go to a place where you kind of are just in the moment and absorbed, and you really don't know what's happening until afterwards. And that's, sometimes where you can catch those moments. And it's just really just focusing, really, really focused on what you're trying to do. And, the look is, I guess if you stared at anybody for a long amount of time, it would look kind of gruesome. So,
so what's going through your head when you got that ice grill? Is it, somebody just stole my sandwich, or somebody just took my money? I mean, what goes through your head to get to that place?
Well, I mean, before you even, step on set to even film, you've already done your homework. You've done your backstory. You've created all your circumstances. So when you're actually doing the work and you're on set, and the director says action, you just kind of go and you're thinking about what it is that you're trying to, what's happening in the moment. I'm thinking about what Candace did to me. I'm thinking about my childhood with Benny, and I'm thinking about a lot of things. I'm thinking about my parents and my dad. I'm thinking about all kind of stuff that happened like on the way to the tow yard. So and all that just kind of comes out in the performance when you focused on those things.
We're talking to actor Jon Chaffin, one of the stars of The Haves and the Have-Nots, which airs each and every Tuesday, Temptation Tuesdays on. Let me ask you this now, man. I mean, your character War seems to continue to grow and grow. It started to get some legs last season, and it's growing even more this season. You've become the new Quincy, man. Talk about that. You're the new Quincy.
Well, I don't know if I could be the new Quincy. There's only one Quincy. Medina did his thing, and all props to Medina Islam, man. That man's a phenomenal actor. So, I'm just blessed, man. Tyler is just really, giving me a platform. He's opened up this role. He's allowed me to really play with it and create, with my own. So it's just been a blessing, So I guess in a way I'm the new Quincy because I'm going after Candace, but it didn't start off like that, So
right.
I feel like Warlock has a very nice arc that is has been building, and that's all credit to Tyler for writing it. We just get the opportunity to play it.
Do you feel like now at this point, I mean, based off of what we've seen last season with War, based off of what we're seeing this season with War, I mean, how's that playing with the public? Do you feel like you're getting more love?
Yeah, I do. Actually, a lot of people, because when people meet me, I'm not walking around. I don't look like that. I read some of the, the comments, and people like, they would be scared to meet me, but I'm not anything like that. So, when people meet me, it's been all love. They just respect the fact that, I'm doing the work and I'm being honest. And I think that when you're being honest and truthful in the work, then that's what connects with people, and it doesn't really, they know I'm not walking around, with a 9mm in my back pocket trying to get $2 million from somebody, so when I meet people, I thank everybody that watches the show, that's a fan of it, that, likes the work, and I'm just grateful that, people really connect to it. And whether they like Warlock or not, my job is done. The more people that don't like Warlock, that means, okay, great, so, yeah.
Let me ask you this. I'm looking at your Twitter page right now, at Jon Chaffin, and someone tweeted out, so War is basically a psychopath, yet all the women here love him. I mean, do you find that to be a little weird, crazy?
It's I don't think it's weird. It's I guess when you see someone and bringing that character to life, you want to hate that character, but then you also know that they're only acting. So I think that's what that is. So yeah.
We're talking to one of the stars of the Haves and the Have-Nots, actor Jon Chaffin. You know him as War on the Haves and the Have-Nots. I got to be honest with you, man. I don't see War surviving this season. Almost like Quincy, when the whole situation with Quincy, I had a feeling that he wasn't going to make it, and I got a feeling that War might not make it. Your thoughts?
Hey, man, I ain't saying nothing about nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because I see those comments too, because they're like, every time somebody starts doing crazy stuff, they're gonna die, But we'll see. Warlock is on a rampage right now, and it's a very good storyline. It is growing, so we'll see where it goes. Yeah.
Is Wyatt dead? I don't think he is.
Hey, y'all trying to get all the scoop, huh? Y'all gotta watch the shows, man. I watch it with y'all, because when we film, sometimes I don't get to see, like some of the other actors when they're on set, because they may be filming at different times or whatever. So I don't get to follow their storylines as much. So when I watch the shows, I'm watching like fans with you guys. I want to see what's happening to Wyatt too. But I'm not going to give away any details. That would be spoiling. I don't want to be a spoiler.
For sure. But did you ask him at least, like, Aaron O'Connell, did you die? I mean, did you ask him?
I mean, well, we know because we have the script. So, we know it's in the script. So, I just can't say, what happens to Wyatt. I don't know. You got, we all got to find out at the same time.
Right. I think he's alive, but that's just my opinion. But so we'll see. We got to see. But at this point, obviously the show is progressing well. The show is doing some big time things. And you told me that at this point, the next season has already been shot, right? Or everything's been shot. Yeah,
we filmed. Earlier this, about a month ago, we just wrapped on the next season, so it's going to be crazy. Come 2017, it's going to be bananas again. So I hope y'all got the popcorn and everything ready, because it's going to be a show. It's going to definitely be a treat.
For sure. Let's go to sports now, man. And, I've been looking at your Twitter page a little bit. I know you've been vocal about Kevin Durant and his decision ultimately to go to the Golden State Warriors, man. For those who have not seen your opinion or don't know your opinion, what is your opinion of Kevin Durant going to the Golden State Warriors?
Well, that was an emotional tweet. I will admit that. I'm a Kevin Durant fan. I'm a LeBron fan first and foremost. That's who I rock with. So I was more than ecstatic when the Cavs won a championship. But, at first, I was like, it felt like he was, taking the easy route by going to Golden State. I mean, come on, Golden State just won 73 games. They're the best regular season team in the history of the league. And they just beat you in the Western Conference Finals when you had the chance to beat them in 3 straight games. So it's like, and then you're going to go and join them. So, at first, it kind of hit everybody by surprise, and a lot of people they didn't know how to really take it, me being one of them. But, it is what it is, man. It's all just sports. It's all entertainment. We get caught up in it. And that's part of it, the game. That's what makes it so great. That's why we love the sports. The NBA, the NFL. Because we get caught up in it. We feel like we have a stake in it.
For sure.
We're invested in it, so we get emotional sometimes. But yeah, all the love to Kevin Durant, man. Go get your ring, man. I hope they do something this season, but I'm still gonna be rooting for the Cavs.
But see, somebody might say to you, you know what? That's just like you saying, well, Jon Chaffin can't join the cast of Scandal. He's got to stay where he's at because
right.
That's his direct competition, so he can't go to his competition. So some can come back and say that to you.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, come on, it's like that's like tomatoes, tomato. So it's like, I don't know. We still have to see how it's going to play out because there is only one basketball, and Golden State really didn't need Kevin Durant, but the fact that they got him makes them like, the 15-pound giant, in the room. They're going to be like 15,000-pound giant when they step on the court. So we'll see. It'll be an entertaining season. I know that.
And yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I wanted him to stay in Oklahoma City because it was becoming a little bit of a rivalry there between OKC and Golden State, and I wanted to see that thing. Yeah, I wanted to see that thing keep going and going, man, because it was some good basketball.
And then you want to see more good teams. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see just 4 good teams because then it's like if the teams are coming to your city, who wants to go see Milwaukee Bucks or somebody that you don't even know half of these people. So it's better when, I understand the superstars, they want rings, they want championships. But, I think Kevin Durant should have stayed at Oklahoma, City. And I feel like they would have been right back there next year, because they made some good trades. They got Oladipo. So I feel like they didn't really lose anything, Serge Ibaka, but they didn't really – I didn't see where they lost anybody to where they couldn't make it back to the Western Conference Finals next year. So now they're going to be like, kind of wondering, teetering at the bottom of the pack, I think. I don't know how the West is going to shape up this year, but I know San Antonio and Golden State are definitely going to be in the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, the thing about it is by Kevin Durant, it does 2 things. It pretty much takes Oklahoma City out of the championship out of the championship picture. And now, obviously it elevates Golden State even more. So, we'll see what happens, man. But
yeah, we'll see. They still got Russell Westbrook right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we can't neglect that he's a superstar. So I think they could maybe still make it to the playoffs. But I know I'm just glad because ain't nobody gonna be saying nothing about LeBron. Everybody's gonna be hating on KD. So, he's going to be the villain, so it'll be fun. It'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely. He's not used to being a villain. None of those boys, other than maybe Draymond Green, are used to being the villain. So we'll see how they handle being the villain. LeBron, he was the villain for a little bit, and, these boys now are going to be the villain. We're talking to actor Jon Chaffin, one of the stars of Tyler Perry's hit series, The Haves and the Have Not, which airs on. John, obviously haves and have-nots going off, doing some big-time things there. What else you got going on, man?
Oh, man, I'm out here working, writing, trying to produce some things and, just getting better every day, bro, studying and just working hard on the craft, got some meetings and things coming up. So, just growing and living life, enjoying it. I have some personal things that are going to about to take off in a very great way. I don't want to share that news because I don't want to spoil it, but I'm in a really good place right now. And life is really good. I'm blessed. I'm very blessed.
For sure, man. You're doing big things with this particular show. Do you feel like, obviously you're out there working, obviously you're doing some auditions and things of that nature, but do you feel like this role has elevated you in Hollywood a little bit?
It's definitely got me indoors. It's definitely got me, some conversation starters. It's definitely helped. It's definitely giving me publicity. It's giving me a lot. It's giving me experience. It's giving me, friends, new friendships and family. It's giving me a lot. and in Hollywood, it's a town where people respect those who take the work seriously. You know what I'm saying? And so that's your best networking tool and so I have a very good networking tool right now. So it's about growing and just getting better and seeing what's going to be out there next. And creating your own projects. Like I said, that's why I'm writing and producing. So I'm trying to create my own lane as well.
So you feel like you're better? You feel like you become a better actor from this particular role?
Oh, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Because it's before that, I wasn't where I was at, in my craft as where I'm at now, if that makes sense. I probably didn't say that the right way, but I definitely have grown. You know what I'm saying? With every project I do, I grow. So, a project I shot right before we went down there is like it made it to the semifinals of the Student Academy Awards. I did a nice student film earlier this year, and it's doing very well. So maybe nominated for a Student Academy Award. But yeah, just growing. Being able to play this character that's Warlock, who is so much different in that our life experiences. I definitely have learned how to definitely open up to new stories and new experiences. My imagination is blown up, so it's been a great experience. And I think as actors, we're always learning with each story that we do, with each character that we play. It's a learning experience because we learn something different about ourselves that we didn't know before.
For sure.
And being able to play these characters gives us that opportunity to really stretch ourselves. And I think as human beings, that's what we all want to do is to stretch, to grow, to get better.
So I see you got that music in the background, man. You got a romantic dinner going on. You writing? What are you doing?
Yeah. I was. That's my study music, man. I read a lot of plays and books, and study a lot. So I like to listen to some nice jazz. That's John. That's some Duke Ellington and John Coltrane, and I got some Betty Smith. And I got some nice study music.
Okay. All right. So fans, obviously, this man is putting work into his character, putting work into his craft. So make sure you check him out each and every Tuesday on the Haves and the Have-Nots. Each and every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern on OWN. Support that. Hit this man up on Twitter at Jon Chaffin. Hit this man up on IG, Instagram at JohnBoy1914, and support all the great things going on with actor Jon Chaffin. John, it was a pleasure, man. Wish you nothing but the best of luck moving forward. And I know the rest of the season is going to be crazy. Bananas.
It's gonna be crazy, man. I can't wait for y'all to see it. I just can't wait, man. Just keep tuning in. Keep tuning in.
I will, man, and I know a lot of other people will as well. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, Paul, man. You have a great one, bro. You keep taking care of yourself, man.
Take care. You too.